Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope you guys are having a great day. As usual, if you someone could give me a thumbs up and let me know you're hearing me. But whatever you're doing, I hope you are having a fantastic time doing it. It's a beautiful day in New York. So I I look forward to hearing about your day. Hopefully, it's going great. Let me turn this music down. Okay, let's check you guys out. Um, let's see. Anybody give me a thumbs up? Let me know you're hearing me. Perlina and Christian, yay! I got my thumbs up. How are you guys doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Petal, and welcome to Facts and Two Cents. As you know, we're a channel that supports the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Harry, Meghan, Big Boy Archie, Baby Lily, Mama Doria, Pula Guy, and the chickens. So, yep, that's who we support, and we are hanging with all our friends. Hi, guys, how are you doing? Let's see who is here with us today. Church Nelly and Lydia and Julia Rock. Thank you guys so much, our wonderful moderators. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Annie is here, and Rosa and Sharon. And I think Lydia is here, but or she might be coming in a little bit later, I think she says. Let's see, Fancy, and Sistrin, and Bonnie, and Jennifer, and Ursula. Let's see who else is here. Joyce and Patricia. Oh, Patricia, you're here. Yes, it's working. I'm so happy. Fancy is here. Perlina. Let's see who else. Annie. Hi, Annie. Elaine Parker. Hi, Elaine, my dear Elaine. We've been praying for you and your family and also for Mimi's family. So I'm happy you're here. Sending you all of our love and hugs and in every way, but you are in our prayers, my dear. Um, let's see who else is here. Jessica. Hi, Jessica. And who else? Scrolling all the way down. Terry. Hi, Terry. And Cortian? Cortian Paris. I hope I just said your name right. Hi, Cortian. And Mama Jane. Hi, Mama Jane. And Joseph. Hi, Joseph. How are you? And Carol. Hi, Carol. And Norma. I see you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I'm sure all our friends are going to join us shortly, hopefully. And AU95KA. Hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you guys are doing fantastic because I am just so excited. Cookies and Cream just got here. Hey, Cookies and Cream and Adrian. I see you guys. But I am excited because Invictus. Oh my goodness, guys! The countdown clock is 4 days. Ignore the hours and the seconds and stuff because when I this is what was the time when I took the screenshot earlier today. So of course the hours are different now. But we are 4 days away from Invictus. The countdown is here. It is going to be fun. It is going to be exciting. And it's so funny. One of the things that we've all been talking about is like, oh, is Meghan going to be here? Is Meghan going to be going to the Invictus Games? And of course, I'm sure you guys, I mean, most of you are on social media or at least hanging out with Baron yesterday or Duchess of Success. And I'm sure they probably have talked about this, but I am so excited that our Meghan is going to be there. Um, she is going to be with Harry. Apparently, she's going to be there for the first few days. And so I am excited about that. That was one of the questions that we weren't sure. You know, I had a feeling, obviously, that she would be there. She's been to all of the ones, since she's met Harry. And Meghan has been supporting the military long before she met Harry. I mean, she used to do a lot of work with the USO where she'd travel to a bunch of different countries with the USO, supporting the military, our military brothers and sisters out there, defending our, countries. So she would do that, and so she was a part of really being there in support of the military long before she met Harry. And since she's been with Harry, since she and Harry have been together, she's been to all the Invictus games, so it's no surprise that she'll be there. The big question was, would they bring the kids? We still don't know. We know that she is going to be there with him for the first 2 days. I don't know if that meant which I'm thinking most likely means that the kids are going to stay back in California. I mean, COVID is not over. COVID is still here, and there are young kids that can't be vaccinated. So the kids might be staying back home. Maybe Mama Doria or whomever will be taking care of them there. Or they can just have the kids with them and Meghan just only be a part of the 3 days and then she spend the rest of the time with the kids. Who knows? I have no idea. I'm just guessing. But I'm just happy that she would be there for the first few days. And so I'm celebrating like, yeah, we get to see Meghan on Saturday, And also today I was just about to, when it's always good before you come on to jump on Twitter because stuff is always updating. And it was just like, just as I'd already uploaded all my slides and everything ready to go. And then I was like, holy crap, what? And so I had to redo all of it, pull out some stuff I was going to talk about, insert this, and do all. I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope I have time. But I was able to do it and upload this. So this is very exciting. BetterUp is now partnered with the Invictus Foundation to become the official mental fitness coach, the official mental fitness coaching tool for international members of the Invictus community, which is so fantastic. I mean, they already work in the U.S. I think they work with the U.S. Air Force anyway. So this is like a perfect fit. And so I literally was on Twitter a few minutes ago, and BetterUp and Invictus Foundation were love tweeting each other, and I just love this because whenever Meghan and Harry are working with people, they always bring them together as a community, and it was so cute. It's like bromance going on Twitter between BetterUp and Invictus, and it was just like yes, it's so exciting. Let's see. And so this is a little bit about what it says. It says, and this is some of what Prince Harry had to say about this. And let's read a little bit about it. It says, at the heart of the Invictus Game, at its heart, the Invictus Games is about empowering every single person around the world. It's a worldwide display of resilience, determination, and community for which each of us can draw inspiration. And further down, he says, I am honored to bring the work we do at BetterUp to Invictus and look forward to expanding the support system that service members and veterans depend on to achieve remarkable feats, says Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, Chief Impact Officer, I can't speak all of a sudden, at BetterUp, the founding patron of Invictus. And I'm like, oh my gosh, oh Harry. And then so just a little bit more, it goes on to say the foundation would provide access to 500 members at no cost to the individual. The two organizations share a commitment and passion to support the veteran community through actionable programs and resources. And this is so important because BetterUp is also giving their program free of charge to the youth, the youth of QCT, the Queen's Commonwealth Trust. So both organizations that Harry was part of and now still part of are benefiting from Harry's role at BetterUp because they're all getting all this free stuff from BetterUp. And this is amazing because these 500 individuals from Invictus are going to get free access to all BetterUp's tools. And so Invictus response said, in the Invictus Foundation is very grateful for the support which BetterUp will provide to the Invictus community, said Dominic Reed, Invictus Games Foundation CEO. This partnership will help us to amplify our work, supporting the Invictus community, and to continue to elevate the conversation around the importance of mental fitness. And I'm like, I just think this is totally fantastic. It is just, what a way to have, a lot of, especially in the UK, people were like laughing, like, Harry, he doesn't know how to work. He doesn't know, you know what I mean? And really making fun of Harry's role at Invictus. And it is just so amazing how, so many people, free of charge, are going to be benefiting from Harry's role at Invictus. And I just think it is absolutely fantastic. Um, let's see. Joyce, let's see what Joyce. Oh, Joyce, did I just miss you there, Joyce? Yeah. Joyce says all of Harry and Meghan glow together. They are very well coordinated. That's when you know your team. Oh, that's when you know your team is working well. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure if this is what you meant, Joyce, but it, in a way, yeah. So because it's great to see how all of the different pieces of what they do all come together and support each other, and people who are part of those organizations benefit from what they're doing. So I just think it's fantastic. Let's see. Just checking the chat to see what y'all saying. Patricia says, I just did not see Meghan not being there to support Harry. Exactly. Meghan has always been there. She's always supporting Harry. They support each other. So I think it's fantastic. She's, I mean, hello. The first time we saw them together was at the Invictus Games in Canada. Was it Toronto? I think it was Toronto. That's where it was. So yeah. Let's see. What do you all think about that? Cookies and Cream says Prince Harry is making boss moves. BetterUp is hooking up with the Invictus. Goldilocks couldn't accomplish this. No, he just couldn't. I mean, I think, which is one of the reasons the press is trying so hard to devalue, to really attack, to diminish Harry in every way, because the only way they think they can uplift, I don't know if that's the word, William, is by putting Harry down. It's like, I don't remember who said that. I don't know if it was Maya Angelou or said this, but they said that she said, if you're only elevated when someone is on their knees, then you have problems. And this is the kind of thing, the royal family, they don't have it within them to accomplish great things. So the only time they can be elevated is when people are put down. And that's why they fight so hard to make sure that there is a spare, someone they can throw under the bus, so that to make themselves look good. So I just, yeah. Terry said, "Great news, great partnership." Yeah, it's such a fantastic partnership, and it's like it fits together like hand in glove, like my grandmother always says. I just think this is, I just think it is fantastic. Um, let's see. Sonia says, I can see how excited you are." Great news. I'm very excited. It is great news, and it goes together, it fits together, and I am looking forward to seeing just the kind of impact. I mean, it's going to be amazing, the kind of impact um that they will have on the Invictus community. And so I'm excited. Let's see, I'll take one more before I move on. Um, let's see. Okay, so let's move on a bit. What else we got? Well, hang on, let's get rid of that. This was popped up, I guess, in a Dutch newspaper, and I can't take credit for this this translation. Actually, I just stole this from Moa, MOA from Twitter, and I saw this and I was like, I didn't have chance to go in and then translate, go to Google Translate to translate it. So I'm gonna trust Moa that it says Jill Biden is going to the Invictus Games. This is the only place I've seen it. I've seen it in the news. It wouldn't be surprising because the first lady has been to all the others. So, and she works very closely with Harry. She's very involved in the military community, and we've seen all the pictures of her and Harry and the president at the Invictus game. So this wouldn't be surprising at all. So, according to Moa, the translation says in yellow from the bottom, not only Harry himself come to the residence as I guess that's the name of the paper, revealed last month, Meghan travels with him, and First Lady Jill Biden is also expected in The Hague. Who knows? But, again, it wouldn't be surprising. She's always been there, and we know what great friend she is with Harry, so, and how close she is with the military. So that would be fantastic. I look forward to seeing those pictures of Harry, Meghan, and Dr. Biden together. Yeah, First Lady. I love her. It's so funny how it's, and I'm not really into clothes and all that stuff, but it's so funny how a lot of her clothes, and it is hard to miss, it's sort of like a takeoff of what Meghan wears. And it's just like, oh, that's interesting. I think she's inspired, but I love her. She's awesome. And look at this. I love this picture with all the Invictus volunteers all in yellow. It is so fun. I mean, it's a lot of them it takes to get this 6-day event going. And it's just so great how excited they all are, ready for Invictus. So look, it's going to be amazing. And one of the things I love with Invictus is that they have thought about everything, and I think I posted this in our community page. So if you hadn't seen it, if you don't have access to our community page, and again, you can only access the community page on a computer, it's not on mobile devices. So if you don't ever see our post from the community page, that is the reason. It's not, if for some reason YouTube does not have it, they haven't made it where you can access our community page from your phone or from your pad. So you have to be on your computer to check it out. But I posted this on our community page. It's also in the show notes of this video. It's already there. But you can also download the app for the Invictus Games. And it's fun. I mean, it's really cool. You can get updated with everything on there, whether it's tickets or maps or whatever you need about the Invictus game is there. So if you'd like to download it, go ahead. I mean, and you can do it either the App Store, or if you have, or Google Play if you have Android. So yeah, go ahead and if you'd like to download it, and you'll be able to keep up that way as well. And also, I mean, I know someone said BBC is going to be airing it in the UK. I don't yet know, and you guys may know, and I'll check the chat in a bit. If you guys know where in the US and what other media outlets are going to be, carrying it, the Invictus game, whether live or on, delay, whatever. So any link I have, I'm going to post it in our community page. So, periodically check our community page. You might also get the pop-up when I post things. Check it to see, where you can access the games. And also, last night I posted this in our community page that Invictus, talk about they just think of everything. Invictus has a Spotify playlist. That's right. And I was listening to it as I was working and putting this together last night. Listening, they have really cool music on there. I mean, one of my favorites is, what is that, Warrior from, I forgot what, Demi Lovato? That's like one of my favorites. That's on there. And it is wonderful, and from all genres, time periods. I mean, it's really, and the music, are the favorite songs from the competitors. So they, I guess they ask everybody, what is your favorite song that motivates you? And they just compiled this whole list and created a Spotify list. And it's just there. You just click on it. The link is in our show notes. Right now, the link is also in our community page. So click on it and enjoy. It is really wonderful. I was like, Invictus thought of everything. And I am so impressed. I'm so impressed with the work of Harry and the Invictus team. It is amazing. So, and also we know about this from, what this has been on the Sussex Archwell page since last year, I think. The Heart of Invictus, which they are filming right now, and it's one of those things where a lot of people, especially the British press and those on Twitter who are constantly attacking the Sussexes, are like, they're doing this Netflix documentary so they can make money off of soldiers, and it's so ridiculous. But people actually believe that, and they fed by the British press. And so this is, just in case you hadn't noticed and you hadn't known about this. This has been on Archwell's website since the beginning, since they started Archwell website last year. And so part of it, and you guys can go back and read it. I'm not sure if I put the link to this in our show notes, but I'll put it in just in case, or just jump on the Archwell site. But part of it says, The Heart of Invictus is a docu-series that will showcase powerful stories of resilience and hope from competitors on the journey to Invictus. On the journey to Invictus Games, The Hague 2020. Now set to take place in 2022, or at least in 4 days. And as Archwell Productions first series with Netflix in partnership with Invictus Games Foundation. And Dominic Reed, who is the CEO for Invictus, he talked a little bit, and he spoke to the fact that people were again talking about how that Harry and Meghan are somehow making a profit off of soldiers. And I'm glad he spoke about it so that he could put that whole nonsense to rest, because it's so irritating that people, with their ignorance, they just spread that all over and that becomes news. But Dominic says this partnership will also bring significant funding to the charity. We are extremely grateful to our founding patron for his continued efforts to support the military community and for making this partnership happen. He also said at the top, he says, we are very excited about the opportunity to shine the global spotlight of Netflix on the men and women that we work with in order to ensure that even more people can be inspired by their determination and fortitude in working towards their recovery. And it's, I'm so happy he did this, because so many people, again, the British press and their the Sussex's many detractors, they're so used to the model of the royal family where, they are constantly raising money and getting money from these nefarious characters, that they just assume that that is what Harry and Meghan are about. And as you can see, Harry and Meghan are not about raising funds the old-fashioned way. I mean, again, Prince Harry said, and actually thought it was the Oprah Winfrey, and someone corrected me and said it was the interview that he did with Dax Shepard, the Armchair podcast, where Harry said, I have seen behind the curtain. I've seen the business model, and I don't want to be part of it. And that is what we're talking about here. Harry and Meghan are not doing charity work the way the royals do it, or did it, or the way they did it back in the UK. They don't do it that way. So they are bringing their, partnerships together, and through those partnerships and through their work is how they're funding their charities. So they're not going to be, or they're not making money off of the charity, as it says. The partnership is going to bring significant funding to Invictus, not the other way around, So I'm just glad Dominic Reed, talked about this. And one of the things, actually, even before we get to that, I mean, one of the things that you notice with Harry and Meghan, just from what we just talked about, we talked about just how they do community. And if you notice, like, they just, just about every major people or company that they work with are a part of Invictus Games because BetterUp, Spotify, BetterUp with the partnership, and now Spotify with the playlist, Netflix with the documentary series, and even Google, of course, well, the downloading the app, you can use Google Play, that's part of it, and Harry works with Google through Travelers. It's like all their major people that they work with are a part of either a partnering or through some way involved in Invictus. And I just think that is so fantastic. They were just like, yes, we have these partnerships. Here is a great way that you could be a part of us and build that community where these big companies are helping to support their charities. And I just think this is just the smartest way. I'm so happy that they're doing this model. So, but I just think it's fantastic. And you guys remember, JJ Chalmers, one of Harry's best friends, and I just love their relationship. Just switching things up a little bit here. I love their relationship because JJ, as you guys know, he suffered like really horrific injury in Afghanistan. And one of the things he says about Harry, he says the Duke of Sussex is one of the key people who created one of the key catalysts to my recovery. He would not be here today, which is JJ saying he would not be here today if it had not been for his friend. And JJ always talks about his friendship with Harry, and him involved in and being a part of Invictus Games really saved his life. And he talks about it all the time. And it's great because he also talked about it to forces.net, which is the media, the armed forces media. And he talked about, just being forever grateful for Harry. And if you remember, I think it was last year that JJ was on that British dancing show, Strictly Come Dancing, or something like that it's called. And he was also talking about that. I mean, JJ's life has changed so much because of what Harry has done. And this Invictus game, he's not going to be a competitor, but he's going to be a commentator for, I think it's a radio show, that he's going to be a commentator for the games. And I just think it's fantastic, And JJ talking to the forces on that, he says, I listened to the royal wedding, William and Kate, basically in 2011, on a wind-up radio in Afghanistan. 7 years later, I was at a royal wedding of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. How that happened is utterly bizarre. Harry's a friend of mine and someone I dearly love and wish the best for. I wouldn't be here talking to you if it wasn't for him. Not to lay all this at his feet, but he's one of the key people who created the key catalyst to my recovery. For that, I will be forever grateful. And you hear stories like this so often with soldiers who are a part of the Invictus Games, how much the Invictus Games have changed their lives and how much it's given them hope. I mean, it is amazing thing that, that Harry has created. And I'm like, you go. But I just think that was so fantastic. And okay. So switching it up a little bit, since Harry is in the Netherlands, or at least he will be, whenever Harry and Meghan decide to travel, one of the big things with the British press is attacking Harry for not coming to the UK because of security, and also, that you didn't go to your grandfather's funeral, but you're going to the Netherlands, to the Hague, to the games. The nonsense that keeps going on. And this story came out, a few days ago, actually, to give them credit, and even though I'm not using their articles because I won't, the Mirror is the one that broke the story. Amazingly enough, a tabloid actually had a credible story, but it happened, and they actually the one, but I'm not using their story. But I want to give them credit in the fact that they're the one that broke it open. But it says Met Police respond to Sasha Johnson shooting mocked in WhatsApp group. And if you guys know, there's this woman, Sasha Johnson, was a Black Lives Matter activist, and so she was shot a few months ago. And this WhatsApp group, part of this WhatsApp group was this guy Wayne Couzens, and you guys will remember Wayne Couzens, and especially if you're in the UK, because he was the guy that killed Sarah Everard, and he was a part of this group of Met Police officers that were mocking this young lady. And just so a little bit about what happened to her, Nadine White from The Independent wrote about a little bit about her. It says Sasha Johnson has two young sons. She was shot and left with life-changing injuries after four masked people stormed into a London party in May 2021. The 20-year-old lost an eye and currently has no movement on one side of her body. There's nothing funny about this. And she says this because one of the things that the group, I guess one of the postings of that group was because she is a part of Black Lives Matter. The posting of the group said Black Lives Splatter, as in her blood splattering. That was supposed to be funny. And I bring this up because that same group, some of their postings, this was some of their postings. And this was some of the things that they were joking about in their group. The murder of George Floyd was also celebrated in the group, while other racist message boards send images featuring Meghan Markle and Diane Abbott. Diane Abbott, if you don't know, if you're not in the UK, she is a MP, in the member of parliament in the UK that gets horrific abuse from the press and online, the same as Meghan. And they were posting racist messages about Meghan and about Diane Abbott. And when people in the UK are getting up in arms because Harry is demanding, really, and has taken the government to court to get proper security in order to go back, this is one of the reasons. And what is sad about this is police officers doing this, and of course the Met Police are saying that, they don't have any evidence that current police officers are doing, but this is part of their people. This is part of their community that are doing this. And one of the things that I always was like, Harry, do you really want to trust the Met Police to protect your family? And this is one of the reasons I'm like, I don't know that that's the best idea to be trusting these people, because these are the people that are doing this. They're celebrating, the murder of George Floyd, posting racist messages about Meghan and Diane. I mean, this is the Met Police. And so it is, and not only that, you guys know Christopher Boozy. Christopher Boozy, part of his report was about the Met Police. He says a London police Met unit shared racist images of George Floyd and Meghan Markle. We recently revealed Alexander Del Bar was creating fake accounts to target and harass Meghan Markle. Alexander is the son of Ian Del Bar, a former Met commander. And that is the kind of culture, that is the kind of situation that's going on in England right now. So if you have any questions or any reservations about Prince Harry demanding, and I'm saying, look, this is time to demand proper security. And again, I don't know, the Met Police is what you want to be going with, but proper security in order to step foot in England, this is why. This is not okay, obviously. So I just, oh boy, it is just unreal the culture that is going on, the racism, the narcissism, the misogyny, the I mean, it is just it's a sick, cesspool culture that exists in England right now. And honestly, it is not safe for Meghan and Harry. Frankly, it ain't safe for any black people in that country or any person of color in that country. I'm not saying the U.S. is any better. At least we, face things and call it out and whatever. But it is just like unless someone, and the only reason we know about it is because one of the person in the group, was a whistleblower and he revealed it, and that's how we know about it. So this guy, obviously, this is Wayne Cousins. He's in prison for the murder of Sarah Everard. But this is the kind of culture that's going on there right now. So anyway, I just wanted to, I don't know if you guys had heard about it, but I just wanted to point it out for anybody who is still concerned why Harry and Meghan are in the Netherlands and not going to the UK. So there you go. And then moving on to our Shutter Islands, or at least staying in Shutter Islands for their messiness. Ovid Scobie posted this the other day, and I had to be like, dude, you know, Prince Andrew disgraced and downbeat dreams of a comeback. Of course, well, why not? You know, it says in the past. Actually, let's make this a little bit bigger. It says in the past. He has done a lot of good things for charities, also in his capacity as a UK trade ambassador, said one person trying to rehabilitate Prince Andrew. If he's rehabilitated, then I think he can do a lot of good. He can do a lot of good. The settlement had no admission of guilt. Others willing to speak for him. Others willing to speak in his defense, and I don't know what the bottom part says. Others willing to speak for it in his defense believe that his treatment has been unfair. That's right, folks. The UK, they are trying to rehabilitate Prince Andrew. Before I go on, thank you so much, Nutty Doctor. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your donation. Let's find Nutty Doctor. Can I highlight this? Where are you, Nutty Doctor? And I seem to not be able to find it anywhere in the chat. But thank you so much for your donation. You are always supporting, and I appreciate it. But anyway, my thing about this whole thing of rehabilitating Prince Andrew is if Prince Charles is going to be the future king, then I see no reason why, they're not rehabilitating Prince Andrew. That's how I feel about it, because why? If you can accept Prince Charles, and we have done, 4 episodes of how corrupt Prince Charles is, if you as a country accept Prince Charles, then why wouldn't you accept Prince Andrew? Prince Andrew and Prince Charles are no different. They're the same. There's pretty much nothing other than, allegedly raping a teenager that we know of, that Andrew's done. But everything else Prince Charles has done. There is no difference. So if you can accept Prince Charles as your next king, and there be no outrage for all the messed up, corrupt things that Prince Charles are involved in, if you don't have outrage for him, then where do you get off having outrage for Andrew? They are the same. They're one and the same. They're the same character. They do the same things. Prince Charles has all his pedophile friends. He has all the corruption. He has all the same links to Prince, that Prince Andrew have. They've all been around Jeffrey Epstein. They've all been around Harvey Weinstein. They've all been around Ghislaine Maxwell. They've all been around, what is that pedo guy who they're doing the documentary with, Jimmy Savile, who was Prince Charles's BFF. They've all been around that pedo prince that Prince Charles was vouching for, that is also his BFF. So there is no difference. So if Prince Charles could have a platform, and if Prince Charles could be the next king, then I don't blame Andrew. He could be looking at this like, well, if you accept Charles, well, excuse me, he's no better than I am, and I don't blame Andrew. And so I fully expect to see Andrew front and center. If the Queen Betty has anything to do with this, I fully accept Queen Betty to have Andrew front and center of her Jubilee. And obviously, as you can see, Prince Betty, Queen Betty doesn't care what any British person says. She's going to do what she wants to do. She's 96 years old. What are you going to tell her 96 years old? She can't do it? You know? She's going to do what she wants to do and she doesn't care. That's her favorite son. And again, if you can accept Prince Charles and his corruption, then there's no reason why you can't accept Prince Andrew. That's my take on that. So I expect to see Prince as corrupt and messed up as they all are. That is the British royal brand. And if you accept that brand, if you accept the British royal family now, then Andrew is part of that brand. That is what you get. That's honestly, that's what y'all deserve. So I'm gonna be here watching to see Prince Andrew up front and center of the Jubilee. So that's my take on that whole mess. So anyway, so I apart from that mess, one of our wonderful squaddies posted this, and I had to laugh because I was like, okay, I need something to make me laugh. But she posted about the British royal family's secret weapons, that they always have these secret weapons, you know. So one report, which the Independent was like, Independent, you're looking like a tabloid at the second. You're, disappointing me today. But in the Independent, I was like, Kate Middleton has become the royal family's secret weapon. Next thing you know, we have, how Princess Charlotte became the royal family's secret weapon. Now, I don't know how old is Charlotte? What, she's like 3 or something? 3, 4? I don't know. I don't remember how old she is. But however old she is, this little child is somehow, why the British press is writing about this little child is beyond me, but somehow she has now become the royal family's secret weapon. And then, oh look, Sophie, Countess of Wessex, is the royal family's secret weapon. And you're like, oh, wait a minute, but wasn't Kate and little Charlotte the secret weapon? And if that's not enough, you got Lady Louise Windsor is the royal family's secret weapon. And I had to laugh because I'm like, holy mackerel. How many secret weapons are there? And so I just had to laugh because it's kind of like, when you look at the excellence of Harry and Meghan, it's like the British press and the royal family are grasping at straws. They are grasping for any lifeline to rescue them. Anyone, and for some reason they're always looking to the women. And if you notice, with all 4 of these, they're all mother and daughter. And this is the British press again, pitting women against each other, pitting mothers against each other, mothers and daughters against each other. That is just the mark of the British. It's what they do. It's like this thing that they just always do this sort of thing. And I don't know why people in the UK haven't really come down on them for this nonsense. But that's kind of what I have with the royal family. Anyway, that's what I got. That's that's all I got. Let me see what you guys are saying about all this messy stuff in the UK. Let's see. Let's go to the chat. Church Nelly says, prayers for all in New York. Yes. I just learned that we had a shooting going on downtown, actually in Brooklyn. And so, yes, please pray. I don't have all the news. I know quite a few people were shot. I don't know if there are any died. I didn't see that. So I'm going to go into the chat. So thank you, Church Nelly, for bringing that up. And yes, please pray for us here. This stuff is messed up. So, Patrick Koa, Elaine, Parker, I've jumped into your conversation. Hope you and your friend are feeling much better following the loss of your dear friend, Mamie. And thank you guys so much for all the condolences for Elaine and Mamie's family. And Elaine, I don't know how you feel. Well, I could imagine how you're feeling, but if you later when you're feeling better, if you want to go back through the post, so many people had reached out and just gave you, just send you beautiful thoughts and condolences. So when you, I just wanted to put it out there so that that that's there. So if you wanted to go back, when you feel like it, go back and see, the beautiful messages that everyone posted at under that post. So thank you guys for reaching out and I read through all of them and they were beautiful. Thank you guys. Let's see. Says to all of you entering the chat, grab a drink and enjoy. Hey, yes, whatever it is you're drinking. Um, it's so funny. I went to the doctor yesterday because I wasn't feeling well, and I was like, I have all this thing happening, and I'm lightheaded, and all of this stuff, and I'm thinking, whenever anything happens, I feel like I'm gonna die. And I went, and my doctor's checking you, and she's like, Petal, you're dehydrated. You need to drink water. And I was sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, it's a good thing I have insurance. Imagine that I had to pay hundreds of dollars for my doctor to tell me that I'm dehydrated. And I didn't realize that I was drinking water. And she's like, you need to drink, get some Gatorade or something. You need to get it in your body now. And it was just like, wow. So yes, yes, I went to a doctor a whole, couple of hours to learn that I am dehydrated and I need to have fluids in my body. Yeah. So let's see what else is happening in the chat. Prudence, hi Prudence. Prudence says, hi Petal, how are you? I'm excited to hear from you. But have you seen the breaking news in New York? Yes. Hopefully all squatties living there are safe. Hi, Squatty, Squatty one. Yes, I know there are some Squatties that live in Brooklyn as well, and it's so funny. Where the shooting was is an old neighborhood of mine on 36th Street. I used to live. That was my subway stop years and years and years ago. And so I don't know if any squatties live in that area, but I do hope everyone is fine because I know from the time when Pam yeah, that's where people were living. There was some I think a couple of people were from Brooklyn. So I hope they are all safe. Yes. Let's see what you guys are thinking. Let me know what you're thinking. Hi, everybody. From London, Petal. I hope Sister Pamela is well. Yeah, she just has some personal stuff she's taking care of, and when she is done, she will join us. So yes, so let's scroll down. Lottie, thank you so much for your super sticker. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for your support. The Met Police is a mess, disgraceful. They are absolutely disgraceful because you remember Child Q. That was from that the police department. It is utterly disgraceful. And if that's not bad enough, when Sarah Everard was murdered, she was murdered by a Met Police officer. I guess they took the Met to court. The Met is sitting there. They are appealing. One of the things that happened was there was a vigil where the Met Police really manhandled female mourners there because of a police officer who murdered Sarah Everard. So they were taken to court because of the disgraceful way they treated the mourners. They're appealing this. And you're like, excuse me? Your officers murdered someone. People are there to mourn her. More of your officers manhandled them in a horrible way, and we saw it in the news. And they took them to court, and now the Met Police they are appealing that, and you're like, it's just. So, anyways, Lottie says, oh, hi, Lottie, and thank you again. Lottie says, I hope that the Queen's granddaughter would date a black guy. That would make my day. It would be interesting to see how they would treat a guy if it was a black man. I mean, I don't think it would be any different, but it would be very interesting to see how they would do that. Um, let's see. Chalice says the weapon of the weapon to cringe around black people and cosplaying colonialism in an actual country. It happened. Yeah. Yes. Let's see what else. Cookies and Cream says the oh, Patrick Owen is talking to Cookies. I keep jumping into your conversations. Why? The article of the Metropolitan Police and the whistleblower should be shared. Um, the if what you're talking about is if you need to see this article, it's in the show notes. So you can take a look at it. There's a link to it in the show notes. I think I put it in there. If not, I'll check and make sure it's there. But there should be a link to it there. But yes, what they also didn't share was exactly what was the racist thing that was said about Meghan and about Meghan. So that they have not shared. They just said it was a racist thing. So yeah. Thank you, Lydia. In the words of King Archie, hydrate. Yes, I should have listened to her. I should have listened to Archie. Hydrate. Let's see. Sistren says, thanks, squaddies, for the prayers. It is frightening when, because I take the three trains to work, to get to work. Yeah, it is very frightening. I mean, if you're a New Yorker, most of us, we don't use cars. We're on the train or the buses, and it's a very scary thing to see. I mean, we're on the trains just about every day, and it just, you never know. I mean, there are no, say, security checks to go on the train, so anybody can literally walk on the train with anything. I mean, I've been in a car where this guy was sitting there flashing his knives and doing all kinds of things, and then they had to stop the train, and police stormed the train and got him out. I mean, it's sometimes scary things to see in Manhattan. It was just, it, but thank you. Pray for safety. This is some scary times. Let's see. Let's see who else is saying stuff in the Gerence Bauman. I hope I said your name right, Gerence. Gerence said, "This is what you get. This is what you get. Mediocrity, Prince Harry and Prince." Okay, I'm not sure I understand, but okay. Prince Harry and his wife, Princess Meghan, are the gold standard. That's charisma Will and Kate can't buy. And that is very true. I'm not sure I understand the first part of it, but I understand the second part of it. Yeah, I mean, Harry and Meghan are, again, they are the gold standard, and that is why the British press, especially, are trying so hard to pull them down because Kate and William. I mean, you've seen them in the Caribbean tour. I mean, they just don't have it. I mean, yeah, there were parts where they were shaking people's hands and all of those things, but there's a certain thing about the genuineness, and it's not just because Harry and Meghan are pretty people. They are gorgeous, physically gorgeous people. But, there are a lot of gorgeous people. But there's a genuineness and a love and a compassion that Harry and Meghan have that people relate to. And that's something that Kate and William just cannot buy. They can, no matter how many times the British press try to throw down Harry and Meghan, they just can't buy this kind of, they just can't buy genuine love and genuine care for people. So yeah, I could totally get that. Cookies and Cream said, oh, again, me jumping into a conversation. I'm sorry, guys. I'm eavesdropping on your conversations. So there you go. She says, I wish we could get Christopher Boozy's report to Gayle King or Oprah. They will definitely report on it. He has sent this to a bunch of different press, and the people who report on it are the ones who wanted to. I don't know if he necessarily sent it on to Gayle King or Oprah, but I think it's worth. I mean, the fact that Ellie Hall, and I never did do an episode of what Ellie Hall did. If you guys don't know, she just made a mess of Christopher Boozy's report, and then not only that, lied and did not give him credit for his work that she used. And I mean, she just, oh my goodness, was just the most unethical thing ever. So I probably do an episode on what she did and what happened there. If you're not on Twitter, you may not have known about that. But yeah, I think I don't trust anything from Ellie Hall from BuzzFeed or what is the other one from Newsweek. I don't, neither one of them. I don't trust either one of them. I would never ever give, if I have a research, I would never give it to either one of them because I don't trust them and I don't trust their reporting. It's very British press, and they just lie. So yeah, I think his report is worthy of someone who's an actual journalist, because I don't consider them journalists. Let's see. Joseph, hi Joseph. Joseph said the Sussexes do real impact work, not just ribbon cutting, curtain opens, and walkabouts. Exactly, they do. And as you can see, what we just talked about, with all the connections, with all the companies that they are working with, how they bring them together, as a community to support. I mean, look at all the support that Invictus has, apart from all the people that's already funding it and who are partners, to bring in all his companies like, again, Spotify, BetterUp, Netflix, Google, everything that, company that they work with are a part in making this, the Invictus Games or whatever else they're doing, whether it's vaccine equity or whatever, they just bring in their whole community to support. And I just love that so much that they do that. They're not about the royal family's ridiculous brand that serves no purpose whatsoever. Jessica, yes, pedal. They are always pitting women against each other. Yeah, that's it's just, I mean, why else would you do why else would you do the mother against daughter secret weapon thing? It's just it's crazy. It is like, I don't understand why why they would do, again, I don't understand. I don't understand why, yeah, why they would do it. So, but anyways, no, just ran. Oh, sorry, got back there. Let's remove from stream for a little bit. Yeah, just give that a rest. But anyway, yeah, totally. Um, totally into pitting each. I mean, Meghan lived through that whole mess with Kate Middleton, and it's just, I don't know why people allow that. Let's see what else. What else people are saying. I feel sorry for this 18-year-old into this abyss of fakery and cosplaying. I'm assuming you mean the Wessex girl who just turned 18. Yeah, it just, and I'm glad she was supposed to, apparently is supposed to be, choose if she want to be a princess or whatever. And so far she has not done anything. She has not, she's still Lady whatever, Wessex, whatever her first name is. I don't even remember what her first name is. But um she was supposed to choose if she was going to be princess, and so far she hasn't chosen. I don't know that she wants to be a part of that. I don't blame her. I mean, who would want to be a part of that nonsense? So I just, yeah, I don't blame her. To, girl, go as far away from this mess as possible, and um and live your life and use Harry's blueprint and get out of there. I mean, if she wants to, I don't know. So yeah. Let's do a couple more, and then, oh, it's almost 1 o'clock. We're gonna jump over and run off the barons in a second. Let's see. Let's see one more, and then we shall jet. Let's see. Lydia, I'm just jumping into a conversation again. I wish Mr. Boosie would have heeded the squad's warning. Yes, the squad warned him about, giving stuff to Ellie Hall, and he kind of didn't listen, and then learned the very hard way. Um, and yes, Um, and Lydia, yeah, once Ellie was exposed, she took a vacation. Exactly. She ran away. She didn't want to deal with her mess. And I'll do an episode if you didn't know what Ellie Hall did, so that you know the mess that she created. But I just want to say, finally, this with Invictus coming up, the British tabloids are going to be doing a whole lot of mess. They're going to create, don't be surprised at all the mess that, these papers will come up with all kind of stuff about Harry and Meghan to distract and to, disparage them in every way. And I always want to go back to what Harry and Meghan's standard with the British press, is that their policy is zero engagement with the Sun, Daily Mail, Mirror, and Express. Zero engagement. And I just want to encourage us, we're all adults here, you can do what you want. But especially this week, they will do everything to take down the Invictus Games because their thing is building up the royal family. And Kate and Williams, whatever, that Chalmers offensive tour was a mess and disgusting. And they are not happy that, especially the squad, we were tweeting that thing all over the place. They're not happy, and they will do everything in their power to take this Invictus Games down. And if we can all remember, again, we're adults, you can do what you want, but I want to encourage us to really, look at this policy and maybe consider doing what Harry and Meghan, do. Zero engagement. Pay them dust. Ignore them and just, as a community, focus on, building up the Invictus, really supporting the soldiers out there who have given up so much to protect all of us. And I feel like it's the least we can do is to give them some support. So that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, for hanging out with me. And, as you can see in the bottom little scrolly thing back there, please subscribe to the channel and join our 2 Cents crew, become a member of the channel, and please share it with your friends. Please help us build the community. And right below this video, please like our video. We'd really appreciate it. There are other ways that you can support us as well. I mean, if we do have merchandise. Please, the links are in the show notes along with the background. People have talked to me about this. This is the background. This is what it looks like. So please feel free to go ahead and, all the links are in the show notes. Thank you guys so much for your support. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys. Have fun hanging out with Baron. I'll probably pop over there shortly. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a fantastic day. And let's see who else in the chat that I didn't say hi to before earlier. Fancy, did I say hi to you? I'm not sure. Vera, I did. I think I said hi to Cookies and Cream. Dara, hi. I didn't say hi to you earlier. Let's see. Joyce. Sylvia Dixon, hello there. Prudence, hi. Have a great day, guys. Let's see. Who else? Matilda. Hi, Matilda. I didn't say hi to you earlier. Thank you, Church Nelly, Lydia, Joy, Julia Rock. Thank you guys so much for your help. Naughty Doctor, thank you so much for your support as always. Sonia. Who else is in the chat that I didn't say hello to? Khadijah. Hi, Khadijah. Didn't say hi to you. Let's see who else. I said Prudence already. Sistren. Chodise. So let's see. Sash. So thank you guys so much. And I will see you. I'll see you next time. Bye.